So there's nobody in the right. It's only the People's Party of Canada. So we are the principal alternative, the free market alternative, the real free market alternative for individual freedom.
Well, I got to tell you, the enthusiasm was off the charts, as you said. There was over 1,000 people here tonight. I guess the CBC will report about 25 showed up. So,
We're used to that.
And speaking of which, I noticed the one thing you said that got the loudest round of applause was your pledge to defund the CBC. Why do you think that is?
Because, that's unfair. The competition is unfair with the other broadcaster. So we need them to rely a little bit more on their viewers. So that's why we propose a kind of a PBS model like in the States. So our goal is to, instead of giving to the CBC, I think it's around $1.2 billion, something like that, we want to cut the budget a little bit, step by step, and asking them to be more independent and having money from their viewers. So that's our policy.
And it was very, it was a feeling of deja vu being here today, Mr. Bernier, because this is Ford Nation country here in Etobicoke. And of course, the late great Rob Ford, his election slogan, respect for taxpayers, surely resonated with the people of Toronto. That was the kind of vibe I was getting from you, especially with your fiscal platform.
Absolutely. It's part of our principles, individual freedom, personal responsibility, and respect. For us, respect, it is respecting the Constitution, not interfering provincial jurisdiction, but also respecting the taxpayers. And we don't do that in Canada right now. So we must lower taxes. People must have more of their own money in their pockets. And that's why I don't believe in a big fat government in Ottawa. I believe in a responsible government, and we have a reform for the tax system that would be fair for everybody. So I think people like our economic platform, and we will balance the budget in 2 years. So we have a very coherent economic platform, and that would be fair for the taxpayers.
And Mr. Bernier, can I get you to comment on the poll that came out today? I think it was from Main Street, showing that next year they're predicting another Trudeau majority government, and they were pegging support for your party at only 4%. Can you weigh in with your 2 cents worth on that?
First of all, 4%, it is great. After 8 weeks, being at 4%, it's a beginning. We cannot just go higher now. And I'm pleased with that. We will work hard, and I'm traveling across the country doing events like that in big cities, and I'm campaigning right now to promote our ideas. So when they're saying that the Trudeau government will be reelected, I don't believe in that. That's only the beginning of the campaign, and I'm there on the ground, and you can see the support that we're having.
And nevertheless, Mr. Bernier, are you worried? A lot of the criticism you'll hear even from Conservatives is that what you're doing is dividing the right, so to speak.
There's no right. Like I said in my speech, Andrew Scheer is going to the center, and he wants to be a pragmatist and centrist politician. So there's nobody in the right. It's only the People's Party of Canada. So we are the principal alternative, the free market alternative, the real free market alternative for individual freedom. So we can have votes from, yes, the former Conservative, but also we can have votes for the 30% of the population that did not vote at the last election because they were fed up with traditional politicians. So we are there, 30% there. That is, it is for us to grab, and these people can support us. We can have the support also of the Liberals who voted for Jean Chrétien and Paul Martin for a balanced budget. They don't recognize themselves right now with the Trudeau government. So we are building a coalition based on 4 key principles, and I think people like that.
And and as you said in your speech, you outlined all of Mr. Trudeau's fiascos while he's been in office, and yet, for some reason, maybe it's all about being everything to all people, Mr. Scheer seems to, he's not resonating with Canadians and even with Conservatives.
Yes, you're right, and Trudeau is there right now in the poll because of the weak opposition. The Conservative Party of Canada, they are a very weak opposition. They don't want to stand on anything. They're afraid. They're doing polling and focus group. They don't believe in anything. So that's why I think we are popular and will be the alternative in a couple of months from now.
Well, Mr. Bernier, I know you're very busy. You've got still a lot of hands to shake. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks.